to begin on your back and just resting, right? But what we want to do is to come into our bodies. So maybe you close your eyes and take a moment to settle, right? Make any adjustments that allow you to kind of just settle into your body in the moment, right? And then we begin to cultivate breath. So breathing in and out through your nose. First, we just find a rhythm, right? The inhale is slow, the exhale is slow, right? And we can, as we're breathing, we can feel if we're holding any contraction in our jaws or in our necks or our shoulders or around our hearts and our bellies. And we just kind of energetically maybe soften into these areas. Right? And then we begin to cultivate breath a bit. So as you inhale, breathe in a little bit deeper and fuller than what you might normally do. As you exhale, make your exhale nice and slow and smooth. And we want the exhale to be at least as long as the inhale, maybe a count or two longer. Right? And sometimes counting helps. Right? As you breathe in, you can count 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, wherever you come to. As you exhale, you can count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7, maybe 8. All right, we'll just spend a few moments here. And some days we can come and sit nice and peacefully, and we can drop into our practice. And other days we might find our attention is kind of scattered, right? And our mind wanders, our attention wanders into the future, to the past, or right, into these scenarios. And it's hard to just stay with the breath, but that's part of our practice, right? We come back down into the body, we breathe in, we feel what it feels like, maybe coming back to our count, 2, 3, 4, right? Exhaling nice and slowly, right? Maybe relaxing or releasing some tension, stress, worry as you breathe out. Just a few more moments here. You might incorporate what we call an ujjayi breath, right? It's a breath that it makes a sound, right? And we constrict the back of the throat just a little bit so that when the breath moves in and out of the throat, it presses on the vagus nerve, right? And the vagus nerve is part of the calming, so it runs through our nervous system, and as we stimulate it, it helps to calm our nervous system down, right? And it's a way to kind of stop any stress responses we might have going on, and to just kind of calm our nervous system, which then in turn calms our minds and our bodies, right? So just a few more breaths here. Maybe you incorporate that sound in the back of your throat as you breathe in and out. So last breath where you are. And then we'll begin to make our way into table. We'll come on to hands and knees. So take your time. Okay, moving slowly. You might blink your eyes open or you might just keep your eyes closed. Okay, we'll begin with some cat-cow breaths. And so as you inhale, you want to lower through the belly, lift up through your head and your tailbone. And then as you exhale, you can tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, round throughout your back. Right, and a few more times. Right, as you breathe in, you lift your head and tailbone. As you exhale, you round, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone. Right, a few more here. And you can take any variations of these. And you might take some lateral stretches here. As we kind of discussed, we might open up the lateral body today. So breathing in slowly, breathing out extra slowly. And maybe last breath. And then when you're ready, you can settle into a child's pose. And so you can take your hips back towards your heels and allow your body to kind of settle in. You might adjust, right? But again, allow just kind of the momentum of the body to settle in and just notice what you can feel. Right? Making your breath still full, keeping your ujjayi breath if that's part of your practice here. And then we'll get into a little lateral stretch here, so you can walk your hands over to your right. And relaxing your arms, relax your forehead to the mat if you're able. And just 2 breaths into the left side body, right? As you inhale, you might feel that side stretch. As you exhale, maybe there's some tension or some contraction there that you can release. And last breath here. And then with your next in-breath, you can walk your fingertips through center, and we'll go over to the left with the exhale. And this lengthens into the right side body. Take a moment to settle in, and then just 2 full breaths. Right, we're breathing in. You might feel a stretch into the space around your shoulder blades or the back of your shoulder blades, your ribs even. Right, as you exhale, again, is softening as you breathe out. And we'll come back to center again as you inhale. And we'll take the exhale here. I'm going to do a few rounds of kind of like a Chakravakasana variation. So with your in-breath, we're going to rise up into table. And then downward dog as you exhale, but we're going to keep moving. Right, with your next breath in, we'll bring the knees down to the mat again. And then exhale through a cat and back towards a child's pose. And then as you breathe in again, we'll rise up into table. Downward dog as you exhale. Your knees come down to the mat again as you breathe in. And then exhaling, you round back towards your child's pose. Right, try maybe 2 more rounds of these. You can have your eyes closed if you like, right, or not. But exhale, toes tuck, hips lift up and back. And you'll breathe in again. Your knees will come to the mat. And then you'll round back towards your child's pose. Good, so 1 more round on your own. Right. Noticing how your body feels as you're moving. And so stretching all of the backs of the legs, the shoulders, right? Feeling the tops of the feet and the knees come down. Right? Exhaling, lengthening through the back. Good. With your next in-breath, we'll come into our table and then come into a regular child's pose as you exhale. So maybe you take your knees a bit wider, toes touch. Right, we settle back down into stillness, and we just take a few moments again just to settle, right, to kind of feel the momentum within the body settling here. Right, and then the mind settles into the body, and then the mind begins to settle. Right, so maybe, again, 2 or so more breaths, and we're still consciously breathing the body, right, deeper, fuller inhales, and those longer, slower exhales, but keeping the exhales nice and smooth. And so 1 more breath in your child's pose. And then with your next in-breath, we'll come up into table. And then downward dog as you exhale. We'll stay here in our downward dogs this time. And you're welcome to maybe find some movement, or maybe again, getting into the side body. You can kind of twist or shift the hips as you press one heel down. Right, so wherever you are, keep your breath moving. Right, inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Good, last breath here. And then we're going to come to a standing forward fold. So maybe just tiptoeing today, but you're welcome to hop or step if you like. But as you inhale, we'll lift up halfway. So lengthen through your spine, engage through upper back. But then exhale as you fold and relax your neck and shoulders. And repeat that. We'll lift halfway up, breathe in, lengthen, even through the side body here. And then exhale as you fold, relaxing neck and shoulders. Last time, inhale up. And then exhale as you fold, and we'll spend maybe 3 or 4 breaths here. So maybe you bend your knees. You can cross your hands into your elbows if you like. You can take your arms around your legs, behind your back. You can take peace fingers to big toes, whatever you like with your arms, right? But neck and shoulders are relaxed. Again, we're lengthening through the back of the body, but maybe you can even here just imagine creating space in the side body, maybe even using the breath to do that, right? Kind of breathing into that space around the ribs and under the lungs, or under your, deeper in your lungs, under your ribs. Good, and then when you're finished with your exhale, you can release any bind you might have had, and we'll slowly come up to stand. So you might bend your knees, right? Keep your eyes closed, round up slowly. And then once you're at the top, you'll just pause there for a few moments and just kind of, and again, come into the body. Notice what you feel within the body. And this is a really powerful mental practice to kind of bring our awareness back down into the body, away from the mind, so the mind can settle, and then we can just be. So with your next in-breath, lift your arms overhead. Forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale as you fold. Come to stand. Inhale as you reach your arms overhead. Hands to your heart as you exhale. Now this time we'll lift arms overhead as you inhale. You can interlace your fingers and lean to your right as you exhale. Come back through center. Inhale. and then over to your left as you exhale. One more time. Breathe in. Try to lift your shoulders up, and then exhale, lean to your right, and then back through center. Inhale. Other side as you exhale. Good. Come back through center. Breathe in. And then release your hands down. If you like, you can interlace hands behind your back here. Right? You can inhale, kind of lift the heart up, and then fold forward as you exhale. And we'll stay here in a fold again. Your hands can stay interlaced, or you can release them. Right? Take a different bind or no bind. But 2 more rounds of breath in, nice and slow. In full. Good. Exhale slowly, slowly, and smoothly. Good. Last breath here. And then you can release any binds you may have had. And again, very slowly, very mindfully rolling up to stand. So take your awareness into your back and really, really try to articulate up so you can feel the stretch move up your spine. All the way into your neck. And then just pausing at the top. Again, just feeling into your body. Okay? Noticing what you can feel. Good. From here, let's turn sideways. We're going to do a wide leg forward fold. So you can step your feet out pretty wide. Toes turn outwards, hands to your hips. Maybe to begin, we'll take an inhale. Again, try to create space here. Keep the space as you exhale, folding all the way down. You can release your arms if you like, bringing them to the ground or the body, maybe a pillow or a block if you have one. Right, neck relaxes. You might even kind of shake your head, yes or no. But like 2 or 3 more, maybe 2 breaths here. Right, inhale slowly, exhale super slowly. Good, and then we're going to do a little bit of hip work, right, our mini skandasanas. So you can kind of bring your hands, you can bring them down, but it's an inhale. As you exhale, you'll bend your right knee, shift your weight to the right a bit. Right, as you inhale, you'll come back through center, and then over to the left as you exhale. We'll do this a few more times. You can make these as large or as small as you like. Right, so we haven't gotten very deep into hips yet, or hamstrings. All right, we've done hamstrings, but you might not, you can, do the full, right, if you want to stand up and go over, or you can keep them, again, nice and slow and smooth. Right, so maybe 2 more rounds on each side. Nice, slow, slow, mindful movement. Right, doing kind of more so what feels good. Right. Maybe another round. You want to balance your sides, and then once you're balanced, we'll come back to center. And then we'll take a couple breaths here in the center. Right, so again, you want to relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Maybe another, slow, deeper inhale. Maybe a little bit slower, longer exhale. Good. Last breath like this. And then we'll come up to stand. So nice and slowly, maybe you bend your knees. And you can come up, maybe the hands slide up the legs. Right, just pausing at the top again and just feeling, right? Maybe some tingling, maybe heart's beating fast or slow, or maybe some warmth or coolness. Good, and then we'll kind of heel toe feet back together so you're able to step back to the top of the mat. And we'll come into our mountain pose. And so grounding into the feet, right? Kind of pulling the navel in, pressing down through the feet, lifting again up out of the hips. And as you inhale, lift your arms overhead, maybe a little bit of a back bend. And then forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Hands to your mat as you breathe out. Plank with your inhale. Lower down as you exhale. Cobra or upward dog as you inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. And we'll take maybe 2 or 3 breaths here. Again, you might find stillness. You might take a little bit of movement. Right? Be sure you're grounded into your hands. You're not lifting the head, but lengthening through the back of the neck, and lifting the hips up away from your shoulders. Last breath here. And then with your in-breath, we'll lift the right foot up towards the sky. Bend your right knee and then stack the hip. So try to rotate the right hip. Right? Try to keep your right shoulder from lifting too much. Take 1 more breath in here. Breath out here. And then 3-legged dog as you inhale. 1 cheetah as you exhale, round forward. 3-legged dog, inhale. Step to the top of your mat with your exhale, and we'll find crescent with the in-breath. So stay on the toes of the back foot. lift your arms, and then steady here as you breathe out. So 2 more breaths, in slowly, out slowly. Good, 1 more breath in. Let's bring the hands to the heart as you exhale, and then twist to your right. So left elbow maybe comes to the knee. You want to press your hands together, lift your heart up, but keep pressing out through your left heel. Right, so we're lengthening through the left side body. Maybe you open the arms, last breath here. Good. Come back to center as you inhale, and then open up to warrior 2 as you exhale. I gotta switch. From here, straighten your leg, lift your arms up as you breathe in, and then a slow, smooth exhale as you come back to your warrior 2. Okay, 2 more times. Steady the breath. We breathe in, bring in oxygen, prana. Exhale, it's a nice, smooth, slow breath back to your warrior 2. Good, 1 more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, this time we'll stay here. Right, 1 inhale, 1 exhale, and then reverse warrior. So this is to open up through the right side body. So it's this lift and lengthen up. Right, we're leaning back. Your left hand may just reach down towards the ground. So you're creating the space between your shoulders as well. Last breath in here. As you exhale, take an exhale, and then we'll come into our reverse triangle. Right, so we're still opening through the right side body, reaching the right hand back. And then 1 more breath, and we'll come into our regular triangle. So your inhale brings your shoulders over your hips, and as you exhale, you lower down. Stay here for 2 slow breaths. Now we're opening up into the left side body, as well as this leg. Right, last breath here. And then with your inhale, reverse warrior. So right hand reaches up to the sky. As you exhale, we'll windmill the hands to the mat. And then a few breaths to do whatever you would like here. You might want to flow. You might want to just rest. You might need to stretch. Right? And again, this is time for yourself and your practice and your body, your mind, your heart today. Right? Throughout our practice, we do continuously come back to the breath, right? Trying to steady it. Right? And slowly exhale, using the in-breath to bring in oxygen and prana back into our bodies. Exhaling, again, that slow exhale to kind of calm things down. Good, so when you're ready, we'll come back into our downward dogs. And once you're in your downward dog, take a moment, be there. And maybe feel your hands, your feet, your arms, your legs. And then as you inhale, it's your left foot up towards the sky. Bend the knee and stack the hips as you exhale. And then 2 breaths here. So again, the left shoulder might lift up, but we might rotate left shoulder down. Feel a little extra stretch in that left side. And then 3-legged dog as you inhale. 1 cheetah, exhale, round, tuck your chin. 3-legged dog, breathe in. Step to the top of your mat as you breathe out. And then crescent as you inhale. So stay on the toes of the back foot as you lift your arms. And steady here. And we're opening through the front of the right hip here. And then when we add the twist, right, we're going to be lengthening all the way out through that right side. So last in-breath. Exhale, we'll bring the hands to the heart and twist to the left. Right, so again, we're pressing out through the heel. You might lift your heart up towards your thumbs. Gaze may go over the left shoulder. You may open your arms, maybe not. Last breath, right, we're still breathing. And then we'll come back to center as we inhale. And warrior 2 as you exhale. And then 3 times. Breathe in, straighten your leg, lift your arms up. Exhale back to warrior 2. 2 more. Breathe in, bring in oxygen and prana. Exhale smoothly, slowly, completely. 1 more time, nice breath in. Slow breath out, and then we'll stay here. Okay, take 1 breath in here, 1 breath out here. And then reverse warrior as you inhale. Right, stay here as you exhale. So 2 more breaths. We're trying to lift up out of that left side body. Last breath here. And then you can straighten your left leg, come into that reverse triangle. Right, keep reaching back, keep lifting up out of the left hip. And then we'll come into our regular triangle. So as you inhale, keep the length, shoulders over hips. Exhale, reaching down. And then 2 breaths in and out. So we're lengthening through both side bodies. Last breath here. And then it's a reverse warrior as you inhale. Exhale as you windmill your hands to the mat. And then you can take the time to do whatever you want here. Right? Again, you might want to stretch a bit, you might want to flow, you might be practicing your tuck-ups, you might be practicing your headstands. Again, maybe we need more stillness and we just feel, notice how you feel. Wherever you are, breath, again, is very important here. Okay. Good. So maybe another breath or so. And after that, we'll come into our downward dogs. And once you're there, take a moment to be there. Feel hands and feet, everything in between. And then with your in-breath, lift your right foot towards the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips as you exhale. From here, take an in-breath, and then it's your knee to your opposite elbow as you exhale. So it's a big move. And we'll do that one more time. So as you inhale, reach your foot all the way up, open the hips up, and then exhale the knee to the opposite elbow. Three-legged dog, so the foot to the sky as you inhale, and then step to the top of your mat as you exhale. Crescent as you breathe in, and then hands to your heart, twist to your right as you breathe out. So 2 breaths here. Again, we want to lift the heart up, reach it up towards the thumbs as you press your heel back, lengthening through your left side. And then come to center as you breathe in, and then warrior 2 as you breathe out. Reverse warrior as you inhale, and then side angle as you exhale. So we'll stay here for 2 breaths. You can come into extended side angle if you want to reach your left arm overhead. Good, last breath here, and then it's half moon. So you're going to reach your right hand out in front of you, try to drag your left leg in, and then we engage through that left side body to lift the foot up. I know it's super hard, especially if you're on carpet. Last breath in, breath out, and then come back to your warrior 2. Excellent. We're going to come into our triangle one more time. So we want to straighten your right leg, and as you exhale, we're stretching through the side body that was just engaged, as well as the leg that was just working, right? So we're lengthening this. Good, last breath here. And then we're going to inhale your right hand up to the sky, reverse warrior. And as you exhale, we'll windmill the hands down. Never mind, go ahead, move on. I was gonna add on, but I might do that next time. So now you do what you want. I'm gonna add on next time. All right, so a few breaths to do whatever you want here. You might rest, you might stretch, you might flow, you might whatever you want, right? Maybe you close your eyes though. Notice how the body feels, notice what's going on in the mind. How is the heart? How is the breath? Good, last breath or so. When we'll meet back in our downward dogs when you are ready. And so downward dog, grounding through your hands and your feet, and creating length between your shoulders and your hips. We'll lift the left foot to the sky with your inhale, bend the knee, stack the hips as you exhale. It's a breath in here, and then knee to opposite elbow as you breathe out. And then one more time. Inhale, open the knee all the way up, and then exhale, the knee to the opposite elbow. Three-legged dog. Inhale, step to the top of your mat as you exhale. Crescent as you breathe in, and then hands to the heart and twist to your left as you breathe out. So 2 deep breaths. Breathe in, breathe out, opening to the right side. Last breath in here, breath out, and then you come to the center. Inhale, open up to warrior 2 as you exhale. Good, nice deep breath here. And then it's reverse warrior as you breathe in, and then side angle as you breathe out. And then 2 breaths here. You can stay with the regular side angle or reach for extended side angle. Good. And then reverse warrior. Breathe in. Wait, I forgot. We went to half moon. I'm sorry. Right? So half moon. So reach your left hand out. Drag the foot in a bit, and then you engage to that right side body to lift. Right? Breathe here. Good. Last in breath, and then you'll step back to your warrior 2 as you exhale. Nice. from here, triangle. So the left leg straightens. As you exhale, right, we're going to stretch the left leg as well as the right side body that was just holding us up, right? Last breath in, breath out, and then reverse warrior. As you inhale, windmill your hands to your mat as you exhale, and then you can do whatever you like here, right? So a few breaths, maybe you stretch, maybe you strengthen, maybe you flow, maybe you find stillness, maybe you just close your eyes and see what you need here today and now, right? Wherever you are, breath is key, right? How is your breath? Gonna check and make sure things are good. All right, when you're ready, downward dog. Once you're in your downward dog, you can be there. Notice what you can feel and hear in your body. And then it's your right foot to the sky as you inhale. Bend the knees, stack the hips as you exhale. Take a breath in here. Knee to opposite elbow one time as you exhale. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. Step to the top of your mat as you exhale. Crescent with your in-breath. Hands to your heart. Twist to your right as you breathe out. Just one breath in, one breath out. Inhale as you come to the center, and then warrior two as you exhale. From here, reverse warrior. Breathe in, side angle as you breathe out. And from here, we'll move into our half moon. So again, you might reach your right hand out, drag the left foot in. You'll lift and lengthen through the left side of the body. Try to breathe here. Your hand can be grounded. All right, one more breath in, and then back to your warrior two as you breathe out. Reverse warrior as you inhale, and then here we'll windmill. You're going to take your left hand down to the mat as you pivot on your back foot. Right, the right hand will reach up to the sky, so it's a revolve crescent. Left hand grounded, right hand to the sky. Awesome. So from here, we have some play time. Right? You can, I know some of you are working on this. Peace fingers to big toes. We're going to come into side plank. So you're welcome to just step back. Right? Some of you, I know you're working on this. So peace fingers to your big toes. Right? You'll press down through your left hand. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot as you lift your right leg up. Right? And last breath in your side plank, wherever you are. And then exhale, regular plank. Take an inhale, and then your choice. You can do whatever you want. Right? Notice how you feel in your body. Notice how you feel in your mind. Right? Notice how your breath is. Right? Can we slowly exhale, maybe fuller, deeper inhale. Good, maybe last breath or two. We'll do the other side and then we'll get into some good stretching. So, hands are grounded, feet are grounded, right? We're pressing the ground away. We're creating space around the shoulders, and the hips are lifting up away from the shoulders. Right? With your in-breath, it's your left foot to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee and stack the hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. Step to the top of the mat as you exhale. Crescent as you inhale. Hands to your heart. Twist to your left as you exhale. One breath in. One breath out. Inhale to your crescent. Warrior two as you exhale. Reverse warrior. Breathe in. Side angle as you breathe out, and we'll move into our half moon. So you can kind of inhale, shift the weight. Exhale, lift the leg. Try for 2 breaths. Last breath in. Warrior two as you breathe out. Reverse warrior, breathe in. As you exhale, we'll windmill so that the right hand comes down to the mat. You'll spin on your toes of the back foot, and you might have to adjust your stance. Right, but we're lifting, rotating in our twist. We're going to come into side plank again. So option, I mean, you can totally bring your knee down if you want to. But again, we're kind of opening side body and hips. So maybe your peace fingers to your big toes. And you'll lift. And try to open, stack hips, stack shoulders. Last breath in your side plank. And then regular plank As you exhale, take a breath in, and then exhale. You can do whatever you would like. But notice again, body, mind, breath, right? How do you feel? Steady the breath. Know that that's a way to change the way you feel. Right, as we slow our exhalations down, and we tap into our nervous system, we say to chill, to calm. Even after this kind of pushing in our bodies, I always calm our bodies. Nice slow exhales. Good. So last breath or so, and I need to check the time. I don't have a time device, and that's we can time warp and lose track. All right, I got it. All right, so when you're ready, we'll come back to downward dog. And again, grounded in your hands and your feet, creating space. Try to lift your tailbone or your hips away from your shoulders and away from your heels. It's your right foot to the sky as you inhale. Bend the knee and stack the hips as you exhale. Breathe in here. Knee to opposite elbow as you exhale one time. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. And then knee to the same elbow as you exhale. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. And then half pigeon as you breathe out. Bring your knee up to the top of the mat as you exhale. Right, so the knee's by the right wrist. Foot comes towards the left wrist. Back knee comes down, we sink hips down. This is another way to get into the outside of the hips. Right, as we fold forward, we're lengthening, and we want to be sure to keep the length here, so we're not kind of crunching, but we're pulling the ribs out away from the hips. Right, and we settle in. Likely you're contracted in your shoulders, or your neck, or your jaw, or wherever it may be. And this is normal. This is where we've evolved to as humans, but it's unhealthy. Right? We've evolved out of a lot of, well, it's hard to say that now, but breathe. Another breath or two here. I didn't mention this, but if you like, it's really deep, but it's a twist in our pigeon where you add your left arm underneath the right arm. Again, really kind of works through the body. So maybe 2 or so more breaths in any pigeon variation you like. And steady the breath. Good. And then we're going to take the next, 5 or 6 breaths to do whatever you would like. And that could be to get out of this and do something else. It could be to stay for another few breaths. It could be to explore, right, in this space, right? But this is, again, time to, build in your personal practice. Right? Notice what your body needs, or your heart needs, or your mind needs today. Maybe another 2 breaths or so, and then after that we'll come back to our downward dogs. And then once you're in your downward dog, take a moment again to be there. And try to feel to the palms of the hands, feel to the soles of your feet, and try to lift your tailbone, your hips up away from the ground as much as you can, so you're lifting up high. And then it's the left foot to the sky as you inhale. Bend the knee and stack the hips as you exhale. Take a breath in. Knee to opposite elbow as you breathe out. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. Knee to the same elbow or tricep or even shoulder as you exhale. Three-legged dog. Breathe in. And then the knee to the top of the mat as you breathe out. Coming into your half pigeon. So back knee comes down. If you want more on that left side, you can take your foot out more towards a right angle. If you want less, you can pull the foot in more so it's not so much, right? So you can explore. You might try some spot and then, well, that's not enough or that's too much, right? But we always kind of mindfully come into our pigeons, and then once we're here and we know that we're safe, we're not going too far in our stretch, we use our breath to tell our bodies that we're safe, even though it may feel uncomfortable, even though it may be a little bit uncomfortable, right? We use our breath to tell the body that we're safe, and it can relax, and you can kind of sometimes feel when the body kind of lets go. There's kind of this, it's like letting go in the muscles, right? But we use our slow exhale and that ujjayi breath. If you maybe moved away from your ujjayi breath, you might come back to that here. Right, in the mind, or your attention might wander to the mind and these stories of, I don't want to be here, or whatever it may be. right? And we just keep coming back to body. Right? Usually when your attention in your mind, that's what's happening, then your body's tense and you're not breathing. So we come back down and we relax and we breathe again. And then with practice, we stay more in that relaxed state. And it's easier to find. We can come back to it more easily. I forgot, if you wanted to add the twist, it would be the right arm under the left. Right? But you're welcome to come out. You're welcome to take good 5 or 6 breaths to do whatever you like here. Right? Exploring the shape or exploring the space outside of the shape. Right? But again, exploring your internal space. Let's see, maybe another 2 or so breaths. And then after that, we'll meet in a seated posture. Alright, I'm going to do like an easy seat first with a little bit more lateral stretches, and then we'll get into our Gomukhasana. So easy seat, you might, we're going to be doing lateral stretches and then doing this sort of motion to work all the way through here, right? And you might bring some awareness up into your arm and feel what happens in your arm and your shoulder, right? So again, we always want to carefully explore the space, but not do anything that doesn't feel right. So we'll inhale, lift the arms up, and then exhale, you'll lean to the right hand grounds, and then you might adjust with where that hand is. But as you inhale, you'll rotate left shoulder up towards the sky, and then exhale, rotate the shoulder down, and you might do like a capped kind of version where you tuck your chin and round your tailbone. As you inhale, kind of open, rotate the heart up, maybe even arch the tailbone back, and then exhale, round and tuck. And we'll do maybe 2 or 3 more of these. And again, do what kind of feels good. Explore the space. You might not want to lean over so much, or you might not want to tuck the chin so much, or you might, feel better with the hand behind the head. Right? But again, we just kind of want to work and gently, kindly explore the space in the left side body. Good. Last round. And then you'll just come back to a neutral spine. Right? You'll just come back to seated. You might have your hands on your lap or wherever feels comfortable, but just feel the differences, the extra sensation maybe on the left side of the body. Good, and then with your in-breath, we'll lift both arms up overhead again, and as you exhale, you'll lower your left hand down, lean to the left. And this side might be different, but your in-breath will open the heart up towards the sky. As you exhale, you'll rotate that right shoulder down. Again, maybe 3 or so more of these. As you inhale, opening, maybe even arching like the cow tilt, and then exhale, maybe even round like the cat tilt. And try to explore in a way, again, that kind of feels good. You might lift up out of it. You might lower down more into it. Right. Maybe you lift or tuck the chin more or less. Good, maybe last round. And then you can slowly make your way back to center. And again, just take a moment there to nice tall spine. Right, maybe your eyes are closed, but just notice the sensations maybe throughout the right side body or maybe elsewhere. Good. We're going to do 3 rounds of cat-cow. As you inhale, pull your heart forward, lift your chin. Exhale, tuck your chin, tilt your tailbone, round backwards. 1 more like that. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Last one here. Inhale, lifting and opening. Exhale as you round and tuck. And then a neutral spine as you inhale. Again, stillness here as you exhale, plus 1 extra breath. Right? Just again, feeling the energy within your body. All right. I'm going to get into Gomukhasana. So if you want to do the shoulder part and you want your strap or your whatever, I got it. Yeah, I got one of these head things, right? Those would work. So you can grab that. But I think is this my right side? It's opposite on the screen, so we can, I think it's the right leg, and take the right leg underneath the left. We're working on bringing the feet towards the outside edges of the feet and stacking the knees. This may be not good for your knees. This can also be done on your back, right? And you can just kind of work more gently on the knees. You can also do it with one leg straight, your bottom leg straight, that might help. Or sit up on a block. So a lot of different options. You do what's best for you. If you're doing the upright version, we're going to try on working on getting both sit bones grounded. You might think about lifting and lengthening up through the side body. Sometimes we kind of shift out of the stretch, so we're kind of lifting up, right? And you're free to work here. If you want to add the arms, it's whichever leg is on top, it's the opposite arm that goes up. And if you're using your prop, you would take it into that hand. And then you would bend that elbow, reach the opposite arm around behind you, right? And you can find maybe the bottom of the strap, maybe you find your fingertips, right? And you're welcome to stay here. Try not to hunch forward, right? But we're lifting, lengthening up, lifting up, even through the chin. So we're finding alignment in the neck here, right? Keep breathing, slow, steady breaths. Right? We'll take maybe 2 or 3 more breaths. You might hate the arms, you can come out, you can explore, right? So again, you have that time here and afterwards to explore the space within and outside of the pose. Right? So maybe last breath here, and then again, 5 or 6 breaths. You can come out very gently, right? Because sometimes when we come out of the poses, that's where we cause injuries, right? You might take some movement, you might just find stillness. Another good stretch for hips is the deer stretch, so, right? So those of you at home, right? So a couple rounds of breath. Again, you might, whatever you like, right? Maybe your eyes are still closed and you're just, again, exploring, feeling what happens in the body, the mind, the heart. Good. And then when you're ready, we switch sides. So it'll be this side down first. I think it's left. And then right on top. Again, the knees may stack, they may not. You can be on the outside edges of the feet. We don't want to be twisting the knee. So if it feels funny, right, this side might be different, come to your back, do it on your back, or stretch a leg out, or sit up on a block. Right, so your choice. Again, you might work on just getting the sit bones down. You might be shifting out of it, so maybe you just work on lengthening up. Again, you can go as far or not as far as you like. You can stop at any point. Right, if you like the arms, it would be the left arm up, so whatever knee is on top, it's the opposite arm that goes up. Bend the elbow, bring it behind the back. Opposite arm goes around, finds maybe the strap or the fingers. And in here, likely if you added the arms, you may have kind of contorted out of the stretch. So again, see if you can find the alignment down from sit bones all the way up through your spine, all the way up through your neck. Maybe you can find some ease in the jaw or the forehead, or maybe the throat or the belly, chest. Another breath or so. Good. And then again, you can come out. Just a few rounds of breath again to explore the space, either in or out of the pose, right? Sometimes like lateral stretches here, right? Good. We'll make our way to our backs when you're ready. So you're welcome to add in any seated postures if you would like to. But you can catch up whenever you like. Right, but whenever you're ready, we'll come to our backs. So knees to your chest, hands to your kneecaps, and we'll do a couple apanasanas. So with your inhale, just straighten your arms. And as you exhale, bring your knees to your chest. And again, we'll breathe in, straightening the arms, knees move away. And then exhale, slowly, smoothly. Right, maybe that ujjayi breath comes back here as you exhale. And one more round. And then resting your hands and feet down to the ground. Maybe a breath here. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and open the knees out wide. Right, so the opposite of what we've been doing. Your arms can go wherever feels best for you today. Right, maybe you close your eyes again and we just come back into body. Right? Consciously breathing the body here during our practice, knowing that this rhythm of just moving the breath and then the rhythm of slowing the exhale has a very strong energetic effect on our bodies. Right? It helps to kind of bring coherence back into our bodies. Right? This rhythm, this balance, it helps to, again, down-regulate all of our stress responses and up-regulate our immune system. Right? Bring